Hello everybody, I'm Jason Burrill, held supported rider for 2021, and I'm going to be answering some questions, 10 questions put to me by Christian Smith, another held supported rider.
Hi, I'm Christian Smith and I'm riding for Held and SBR Racing in the Junior Supersport Championship in BSB this year. Today I'm interviewing Jason Burrill and these are the questions I'd like to ask. What's your favourite hobby outside of bike racing?
So number one. Favourite hobby is probably, I'm gonna say cycling, but I don't do it as much as I used to, and every time I get on a push bike now, I seems to frustrate me more than I get enjoyment. The other pastime I enjoy doing is walking. Do a lot of walking with my wife Jodie. And love to go to the Lake District, walk in the fells. Not enough people do it. Not enough people get out and actually look at the scenery, and that is, for me, one of the most stunning places in the world. So yeah, I guess if you really had to pin me down, it would be walking.
What's your favourite track?
Number two, favourite track. Circuit racing, it would be Cadwell. I'm a proud yellow belly. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, person from Lincolnshire, I guess that means. That's what they call us. So it would be Cadwell. I love Cadwell. It's a tricky, tight, technical track that frustrates the hell out of me most of the time, but it is God's own racetrack in my opinion. And I love it to bits. Road racing wise would be the mountain course. It's got to be. I've only, because of the whole global pandemic thing, I've only got to do it once, which was the Classic TT in 2019. But plans are afoot to go back twice, hopefully next year, and hopefully get a few more laps around it. So yeah, very much looking forward to that.
Flat track or classic racing like your TZ250, and why?
Flat track or classic racing. Flat track for me is only something I've picked up in the last, less than a year really, and did it because of the whole lockdown thing and wanted to get out on a bike. So yeah, I enjoy the flat track racing, but to me it's a training. It's training for road racing, I guess. So yeah, road racing, 100%.
What is your claim to fame?
What's my claim to fame? I haven't really got one, I guess. I'm not really into the whole fame, culture, but I don't know. I enjoy trying my hand at lots of things. I guess that would be claim to fame. But yeah, I haven't really got a claim to fame. Not that I can think of anyway.
Now for a food question, is it ketchup or brown sauce in the bacon sandwich?
5, ketchup, 100%. I do enjoy. That's not to say that I wouldn't. I'm not one of these kind of people who says it's got to be ketchup or it's got to be brown sauce. I can, in the right circumstance, brown sauce, yeah, with eggs, maybe on a fry, that sort of thing. On a bacon sandwich, cold, straight out of the fridge, tomato ketchup, 100%.
Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Most famous person I've met, as I've kind of said in question 4, I think it was, I'm not really into the whole fame thing. I guess from a bike racer's point of view, I'm going to have one answer that's kind of everybody comes up with, I guess, who's met him, and that's Rossi. He was my hero growing up. I wish people would get off his back at the moment, let the man retire when he blooming well feels like retiring. I think he's earned that, and he's still one of the fastest 20 guys in the world. So people whinging about him retiring annoys me. But anyway, that's a different story. So Rossi, and then from an everyman's point of view, Pete Boast. Pete Boast was somebody and I know Pete now, and if he watches this, he'll probably be cringing. But when I was kind of coming through, Pete can do. The bit I love about Pete is he's bloody good at everything, and I think that inspires me as a kid. And to see the man's grit and determination now, he can turn his hand to anything: road racing, flat track, speedway, trials, motocross, grass track. To be that diverse as a rider is something I really do look up to. So, yeah, Boasty, I guess.
Now for a bit of competition. Who's faster at the cycling TTs, you or Loz, and why?
7. Now, this one's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons. Some of you maybe or don't maybe know that Loz, the held UK sales manager, I coach, although he doesn't need a lot of coaching now, to be perfectly honest with you, because he probably knows more than me, but cycling. So in a past life, I was a reasonable cyclist, competitive cyclist, time trials, velodromes, road racing. Did a little bit at a national level, but never really made it. Just did a lot of training and rode a lot of races. But who would be faster now? 100% Loz. I haven't ridden my bike now I've probably only ridden my bike 10 times this year. So Loz is a lot of people underestimate Loz, and to their peril, because that man has got some grit and determination. I've very rarely seen anybody with the grit and determination that Loz has got to change and to do it to the best of his ability. And he underestimates himself sometimes because he's bloody quick. So yeah, 100% Loz. 100% Loz.
What's the favourite place you've ever lived at, or that you'd like to live?
What's the favourite place? Sorry, question 8. Favourite place I've lived or wanted to live? Lincolnshire. 100% proud from Lincoln. I'm proud. Yeah, Yellow Belly, as I said earlier. Unfortunately, I have just moved over the border into sunny Nottinghamshire, but Lincolnshire is where my heart is and where my heart will always be. So yeah, Lincolnshire, from the friends.
The favourite place you've ever visited?
Favourite place I've visited? I've been very fortunate to travel quite extensively around the world with work, and also I enjoy travel as a pastime. So yeah, I've been to God knows how many countries, but a decent amount. Probably my favourite place, I still can't get away from the lakes. The English countryside, people try and venture too far afield. I feel there's so much on our doorsteps that is untapped, and yeah, so it'd be the Lake District, 100%.
And what's the number one thing on your bucket list, or the next best thing if you've completed it?
So what's the number one thing on my bucket list? Annoying my wife? No. Number one thing on my bucket list really is going back to the Isle of Man. For me, I've still got I've still got to go and scratch an itch there. It's a place, I think, until you actually ride down Bray Hill, Glen Country Road for the first time, I don't think you can kind of put it into words what that place is like and what feelings it evoked in me as a rider. It's a special place. I think you've got to be the right kind of person to want to go and do it. But yeah, to go back and race again in the Isle of Man is yeah, that is. I could tick that. I could put that on my bucket list. That could just stack up the bucket list all the way down. It's an amazing place.